It is a brand new week and a brand new episode of Smell the Coffee. Today is Monday, the 4th of September, the first full week of September, and we couldn't be more excited to be bringing you an exciting episode of Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Aina Riza Kweyo. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
I don't know how I'm feeling about this week. I don't know if I'm excited. I don't know if I'm tired. I don't know.
I think you're still feeling it out, you know. You're still feeling it out. I'm excited because it's officially 24 days before my birthday. So every day I will be giving you a countdown.
Yes.
So if anyone is like, oh, but I didn't know it was your birthday, you're lying.
Because there has been a countdown.
There has been a countdown. Someone was like, no, but countdown start 10 days before. I'm like, no, mine starts on the 1st of September. On the 1st of September, I remember I even said it's 27 days before my birthday.
Yes.
So I will be taking it very personally if you don't wish me a happy birthday on the 28th of September.
And that's on pay. It's funny, you are born on the 28th, I'm born on the 28th as well. We're born on the same day, but in different months. Hectic chat.
We're soulmates. I told you, we're soulmates.
We will be discussing some hectic news after the break. You will not believe what is now happening with your favorite celebrity after the break.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Let's get right into it. I'm actually excited to be bringing you the story because, yeah, quite controversial. So anyway, Billy McFarland announces Fire Festival 2 is officially happening. A new chapter in Fire Festival story is coming. Event organizer Billy McFarland announced on April the 9th that the infamous music festival is making a return. Fire Festival 2 is finally happening, McFarland wrote on Twitter. Tell me why you should be invited. As a refresher, in April 2017, McFarland and Ja Rule's co-founded Fire Festival, which is marketed as a luxurious music event in the Bahamas, became globally famous for all the wrong reasons when festival goers reported fights over food, robberies, refugee camp conditions, and difficulties obtaining flights back to the United States. After the festival's flop, McFarland was arrested and charged for his alleged connection with a scheme to defraud investors with his company Fire Media LLC, prosecutors said at the time, and a related entity responsible for organizing a music festival. While McFarland announced that Fire Festival 2 is on the way, the event organizer did not share details on exactly when the festival will be taking place. He did, however, provide insight on the type of venue, a tropical destination like 2017.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know about the Fire Festival, we are going to be talking about it later on in the movie review segment because there's a whole documentary about it, actually 2 documentaries about it, because it was such a flop. It was messy. This man, you know, tickets were ranging from I think 5,000 to 100,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
Everyone was so excited. They had all these big models, these big names in modeling promote the festival. Everyone was posting like an orange tile. So obviously everyone was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
This is legit.
This is legit.
Yeah.
They said it was going to take place on a private island. It was going to be so beautiful. So you could rent out like a villa. Come the day of the festival, like the day before people were supposed to arrive, there's still no accommodation built, nothing. The island is a mess. He didn't pay the island workers that were working to make everything. Like Billy, I don't know how you are so confident that this time around it's going to happen.
No, but he learned from his mistakes. So let's see, give him some grace to prove us wrong. All right.
No. Wait. Before you go there, Fire Festival was a second fraud scheme. He had another one before Fire Festival.
No, but you must give people as many chances in life as possible.
So now if he runs away, because imagine all these people that had paid 100,000, whatnot, they never got their money back. People were stranded at an airport, locked inside an airport.
Yeah, but guys, so you really leave your continent for another continent to go and party?
When I watched the documentary, there was this one person that said, no, if you have $100,000 to go spend, you deserve everything that happened to you that time. Because, wow, like people were so angry. And they were promised 5-star cuisine made by...
But 100K, I don't mind spending 100K. If I have the 100K, I'm so big on experiences. I would always want to experience. I love to live in the moment. I love the fullness of the whole experience or whatever. So if I have the money, I'm the type to spend over 100K just even to see something.
In all honesty, the way he marketed it, I also would have paid 100K, because they were supposed to arrive at this, at like the airport, like in the Bahamas, right? And then a private plane was supposed to get them to this, it was Pablo Escobar's island, right? They were supposed to get there.
You see the marketing? I'm buying it already.
It was great. And then people got there, they're being transported in school buses, and they're sleeping in disaster relief tents, and everyone is like, the mattresses are wet because it was raining. It was a mess. But we'll get into that later on.
All right, now in our next story, a Venetian boat rental company has banned Kanye West and his wife Bianca Censori for life after their racy behavior on board on one of their boats on the Venice Canal. The rapper, who's 42, and his Australian architect wife, who's 28, were pictured in a passionate embrace on board the boat. Kanye exposed his bare buttocks after pulling down his trousers and underwear. Now, tourists were left gobsmacked by their raunchy behavior as they took pictures from the streets and the passing by boats. Now, the company that rented Kanye and Bianca the boat shared with the Daily Mail Australia that the pair has been banned from using their company again. In a blistering statement, the company lambasted the couple's risk display while noting they had no idea what they were getting up to on board. They explained the driver had to keep a lookout for the traffic and did not see anything that was going on. The company noted that had the driver been aware, the driver would have immediately disembarked and would have reported Bianca and Kanye to relevant authorities. So, okay, so what does it help you banning these two from?
Obviously, they're just going to get another company. Unless they blacklist them from all companies in Italy.
But how are they going to blacklist? How are you going to say that I shouldn't make money in my own company? Because these people are clients, they are bringing money to my company. So how are you as a friend or as a relative body, a relevant body, going to tell me what to do with my private?
I think in all honesty, this company, yes, because they found the behavior very inappropriate. I'm pretty sure other companies as well would be like, nah, after what you guys did, we can't allow you on board, right? But then obviously there are those that are like, nah, there's money and he's Kanye West, so we'll let him on. But it comes down to you respecting your business and saying, you know what, this is not the kind of brand, this is not what I want attached to my brand. So, I mean, respect to them, because at the end of the day, it's like, this is my company and I don't want you associated with my company. That was a disgrace And so, yeah, respect to them, man. But please, guys, keep your pants up in public, okay? Like,
Not you giving us advice.
I'm giving you
about
advice.
our
I care about all of you. I don't want you to be banned from companies and canoe and yacht companies, okay? If you want to do that, go rent a private island. Be like Billy McFarland, rent a private island. Sure, it was a scam, but hey, the island was there in his mind, okay? So, yeah. But that is it for our top stories. But we do have an interesting interview coming up after the break. And then after that, we get into our movie review segment. So stick around.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
We are talking all things women in empowerment with a woman who is in charge, taking the lead and leaving her mark. Her name is Danielle Roosti. How are you?
Good morning, Aina. It is I'm filled with gratitude to be here this morning. Thank you so much for that overwhelming description. Sometimes our women need to remind each other that indeed we are conquerors.
Yes.
And I think that is the topic of what we are going to be speaking about that this morning.
Awesome. So I understand that momentum turned into womentum, okay, for this month to celebrate, for the month of August rather, to celebrate Women's Month. Tell us about that and why it is so important for you to organize events that empower women.
There are a myriad of reasons, but I think boiling down, if I have to, it's all about equality and inclusivity, and I think that is so important to get the foundation right of why we are turning into momentum for the month of August and why we are advocating for equality. It is not superiority that we are advocating for at all. It's not a radical feminist movement at all. It just is women coming together, men coming together, supporting us women in allowing all of us to have equal opportunities, whether black, white, woman, man, disabled. And this month is specifically because the world is facing a gender gap issue. A gender pay gap issue, rather. And it's not just manifested, this inequality in a pay gap, but in so many other facets of life where women aren't afforded to become who they are supposed to be and who they are created to be.
So the women aren't able to reach their full potential, and it's so important that you are taking this initiative to then help women all over, realize that potential and live, in their true purpose. I love that. So you're having a breakfast event on the 9th of September. Tell us about that.
So on the 9th of September, we have a few surprises up our sleeve, and we are really spoiling and hoping that we get an opportunity to just affirm women in who they are and encourage women and inspire women to become, as you rightly said, reaching their full potential. I'm going to mention a few of the speakers.
Okay.
It's important for us to also not only have South African speakers coming, although we will have two phenomenal South African speakers, one which is Saray Khumalo.
Okay.
If you're familiar with her, she was the first ever black woman to conquer Mount Everest.
Wow.
And also author of a book that received a 5 out of 5 review. And the book is called My Journey to the Top of the World. And Saray Khumalo, she actually used to be a business executive. She had a few roles, with the last one being at Momentum Multiply.
Yeah.
And she actually, when she reached the top, because Momentum Multiply was so behind her in her journey, and it was the 4th attempt which she conquered it, she actually reached the top holding a Momentum flag.
Oh, nice.
So we have been so blessed to have one of our own Namibians, Laimi Ilago, join Saray earlier this month, and they did Kilimanjaro.
Oh, wow.
And they reached the top of Kilimanjaro on the South African Women's Day. So I think that is quite something significant. So we will have Laimi join us as well, and then we will have Karina Bruvaert, a renowned swimmer and also inspirational speaker. We will have a host of Namibian speakers as well. Estelle Chipuka, to mention a few, Desiree Miller on mentorship, Ronald de Beer turning pain or transforming pain into inspiration. So many great women together. We'll have great entertainment, and with it comes a lovely high tea breakfast as well as a surprise. She owns a success box, gift box.
Oh,
so it is all worth it.
nice.
It is 500 Namibian dollars a ticket. Just the gift box, if I may give a bit away, is worth a bit more than the actual cost of attending. And then of course that all includes the whole morning from 8:30 to about 1:30.
All right. So who should attend this event? And now that you've told us who the guest speakers are, what are some of the topic of discussions that are going to be discussed?
Who should attend the event? Any woman, and we actually have men coming. I think in the ideal world, we will not need to have women events anymore. We will actually have empowerment events, because in a world of equality, we will all stand together. So if you are a man and feel you want to join, you are more than welcome to. Then, yeah, any woman who wants to come and just get some inspiration. There's also opportunity for networking. And then some of the topics, it really ranges from inspiration to really delving into breaking your barriers. And one of our speakers, Estelle Chipuka, also author of book Breaking Barriers, will also be speaking around how to actually get past those barriers, because many of those barriers are actually in our minds, a lot of them, and self-imposed or imposed on us from outside because of others' insecurities many times. So I think any woman who wants to feel inspired, who wants to just come and enjoy the morning, and just a big celebration.
And finally, where can we get the tickets, and how much are they?
Tickets.na. They are limited tickets, so please do get the fingers clicking on the buttons. If you can't go, if you can't remember the tickets, mynamibia.tickets, just go to the Momentum Namibia social pages. You'll find the link, the direct link there. So yeah, just go to any Momentum Namibia social page, you'll find it there.
All right, thank you very much for joining us on Smell the Coffee. We will be attending the event, and we hope to sip some tea and get inspired by the woman that you have at this event, and by yourself also.
Tea and champagne.
Tea
you are more than welcome to join, so please.
Love that. We will be right back shortly. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Now, because it is a Monday, we are going to be reviewing some movies, but for today's episode, because we briefly spoke about the Fire Festival, we are going to be reviewing a documentary instead. It's called Fire, the Greatest Party That Never Happened. The Netflix documentary Fire, the Greatest Party That Never Happened investigates the infamous Fire Festival and its co-founders Billy McFarland and 90s rapper Ja Rule. The pair started the festival in 2016 to promote their new talent booking agency with the same name, Fire. McFarland bought an island in the Bahamas, Norman's Cay, and promoted it to consumers as Pablo Escobar's former island. Popular supermodels including Hailey Baldwin and Bella Hadid appeared in the advertising video for the Fire Festival, and over 300 social media stars posted a burnt orange title on their Instagram to fill followers' feeds with promotions for the event. 90% of tickets were sold in the first 48 hours, with prices ranging from $450 to $100,000 US. People got excited. They got ready for the best week or 2 weeks of the summer. Upon arrival, excited attendees discovered a different scene than the promotional material advertised. Reused hurricane tents and processed cheese slices on stale bread. McFarland did not have enough time to build the luxury villas, tents, or even the stage.
It's the cheese for me.
It's the cheese for me. You see, the thing is, they spent over $1 million.
You know, they are very ungrateful. Imagine for a flop, but you're still eating cheese. Imagine.
With lettuce and a tomato.
And a tomato. You know what I would have served? I would have served dry bread.
Dry bread. Like,
Yeah.
listen, you're getting food.
You know, it was still somewhat luxurious, if that's what you're having for breakfast.
In a
But
K-light.
But these are rich people. These are people who spend 100K or over 100K.
And you know
so
what
I
sucks
understand
is-
where they are coming from.
What sucks is they spent over $1 million on marketing, getting all these famous models. They flew them out, made the promotional video.
That's where the money finished.
That's where the money finished. But then the thing is, now these models were catching heat, because back then it was before people were putting sponsored ad on their Instagram. So now they were also being investigated as being part of the syndicate of the fraud. And that's when the whole hashtag sponsored ad started coming up, so that people know that, okay, this person was just paid to do the job and that was it.
Yes.
And someone was saying, because they spent over $1 million in marketing, all it took was that tweet of a cheese sandwich for everything to come crashing down.
Sure.
So people, imagine everyone arrives, you're excited because you've been promised this luxurious trip. I mean, if I'm paying 100,000,
I
sweetie.
expect really to live luxuriously.
And 2 days before, or is it a
That's
week
why I
before?
don't trust going to islands. Islands are just like, because if I get stuck there,
Now
what then?
Now what?
Your
I'm sorry,
islands.
the melanin resistance in me is strong. I'm like,
I don't mind. I can go to a city, because in a city, you know, you can navigate
You
through.
can navigate.
You can get somebody to help you in a city on an island.
On a private island.
with
because
5 people
imagine you
in the
get
whole
there.
island.
Exactly. So they
Nah.
got there and then they were locked in an airport because they had nowhere to stay and it was raining. So they had to lock them in an airport. That was their luxurious accommodation. So moral of the story, if you're thinking of attending Fire Festival 2, just go watch the documentary on the first Fire Festival and why it was such a big flop.
Is this live on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
I'm going to watch it today.
You need to watch it. But that is all we have for you today. Please do go watch the Fire Festival documentary and let us know what you think, because this is me just summarizing it. And when you watch, you actually realize that, oh my gosh, so much went wrong. But on that note, it is all our love, all our light from Diana Master and Aina Riza Kweyo. It's adios.